to your January 2022 reading. This is for Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. And this is your January 2022 reading. So the spirit animal that you start off with in January is the butterfly, which is rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. So you have the butterfly. So based on that card, you were going through some kind of serious transformation. And the two cards that came out for the theme in January is New Beginnings, which is the butterfly again. So you can see like there is a theme with the butterflies. Butterfly 1 and butterfly 2. So there is a theme going on with the butterflies. Maybe you're even seeing butterflies. There's some kind of synchronicity with butterflies. And then you have 44 and 36 as the numbers showing up, and then study. So this is you learning something new in January, which may be frustrating at first because, you know, in order to become a butterfly, you have to go through the caterpillar stage and then the cocoon stage, and then you die and you come back as a butterfly. So you might have been in the cocoon stage for the past few months. And just when you think like you can't take it no more, bam, you're the butterfly. So January may start off, which as I said to the for the Earth reading, January is going to start off maybe a little chaotic, maybe very challenging, because it's kind of pushing us to let go of the old and what no longer serves us and embrace the new, which is scary because it's unknown. So, my dear water signs, you're not any different in January. But there is something that you are being like guided or drawn to when it comes to learning something new. So maybe you're thinking about going to school, studying something new, just learning something. There's been, it feels like for a lot of you, something keeps popping up in your face. Like maybe it's on your feed, or maybe you get an email, you see a commercial. There's something that is very synchronistic, I guess, with you learning something. So now is the time to embrace it. Your, I don't want to say the challenge, but right now what is showing up very strongly for you that you need to address and let go of, you have the heart chakra, which is forgiveness. So there's some stuff there that you just need to let go of. You've been resisting letting go of certain things. You kind of know that some things have run its course and it's time to let go of it, but you're not really ready to do so because you feel like you're going to lose something or miss out on something. But whatever the situation is for you, it's ran its course. So your gut is telling you, which comes to your current energy, which is the solar plexus, because you're at a crossroad. There's choices. So your gut already has emphasized what you need to let go of, and just maybe not hold on so tight that you're afraid to lose it. Just, you know, think of the butterfly, let it fly. And if it's meant, it'll come back. If it's not, something better is coming your way. So I feel like for a lot of water signs, there's something that you're grasping onto, that you are so determined that you want something to work the way you think it should work. And it's just not, and it's becoming very frustrating because you need to let go of it. You need to just, it's not a sign of failure. For some, I feel like it could be relationships. Maybe you put a lot of time and effort, whether it's into a relationship or a project, you put a lot of time and effort into it, and you feel like it has to work. It has to work. Maybe it's the way you're approaching it. The same thing with the relationship. It's the way you're approaching it. If it's meant to, it will. Forcing it is not going to happen, which comes to your greatest challenge and outcome, which is faith. This is about trust. This is trusting the divine. This is feeling that divine support, knowing that you're not alone, that there is something bigger leading you to your greatest outcome. But there has to be trust there. You have to trust that this is where it's taking you without you interfering and forcing what you think, the way you think it should go. I hope that made sense. So for a lot of you, I feel like you're in, this is this failure thing. You feel like something didn't work out. You're defeated. That's the conflict and defeat. You feel like almost as if you're not good enough, because this has to do with your self-worth, your self-esteem. So it could be like you feel like there's something failed, something like, because this thing didn't work out the way you wanted it to, or this relationship didn't work out the way you expected it to, it means that you just suck, that your best isn't good enough, and this is why it didn't happen. And you're finding this this pain is creating this motivation to force it to work, but you probably don't even want this. Now it's about the principle of why it didn't work. And that's what I feel like the motivational factor is in this. It's the principle that it didn't work. I put a lot of time, energy, effort into this, and it has to work. You probably don't even want this. If you think about it, take a step back and stop fighting it and really decide if this is what you really want, because it's time for you to focus on the outcome you want, not the way you're getting to the outcome, if that makes sense. Then you have wisdom, which this is where your epiphany is going to come from. If you take a step back and really look at what you're fighting for, like what is the outcome that I'm trying to get to, that I'm forcing this? What is it that I really want? I want this. Okay, so maybe it's possible I can get this without having to do this or be in this kind of relationship or be around these kind of people, and I can still get this outcome. There's some kind of sacrifice going on. Then you have the universe card. And the universe card means you're on the right path. So whatever it is you're doing something right. You're just attaching a little bit too much to the way you believe things should go. Third eye chakra. This is you overthinking. You are definitely caught up in your head and how things should go. You're overthinking a lot of this whole, it's not even the outcome. I feel like you're kind of stuck in overthinking the process of it. Like, why didn't this work? Like, how can I stay on this path with this process and make it work? Like, the why behind it didn't work. And you know what? You're probably never going to get that answer, because it just wasn't meant to. Maybe later on, when you focus on the outcome that you're really trying to attain here, you'll see why it didn't work. But right now, in this fight, in this resistance, you're probably not going to see it. So we have a legacy of light and the power of attraction. So these two are two separate ones. Legacy of light, I feel like you are connecting to either ancestors, other dimensions, other beings. There's some kind of guidance going on here. And if you're not aware of it, then maybe you need to take some time to yourself to like quiet your mind and really hear this guidance. I think it's because you're so caught up in your head, you can't even hear the guidance that's coming to you because you're so consumed with how to make something work that's not working. So let go of that and maybe try meditation, going for a walk, even journaling. Anything to get you out of thinking this process and forcing this path to work, and just let it go and ask, what can you do right now for your greatest outcome? Like, what direction do you need to be looking in, or what action should you be taking? Maybe you just have to be. Maybe you just have to be and listen to what they are telling you, because I do feel like you're getting communication from higher dimensions. Then you have the power of attraction. So this one, I feel like this has to do with a relationship you are in. I just want to pull a few more cards on this to really, because this is a collective reading. Sorry about that. Okay, so it's It's actually two separate things. This power of attraction could be considered as the law of attraction. In a relationship, whatever, if you're in a relationship right now, it's kind of enjoying the moments and the experiences that this relationship is bringing you. But because you're so consumed with the other aspect of your life, you're kind of missing out on what these experiences from the current relationship is bringing you. There's some kind of connection between the two. And I don't think you're seeing the connection between the experiences of this relationship and the outcome you're fighting for. But there is some kind of connection. And the reason why you can't see it yet is because you're so caught up in your head. So learn, and I know this is hard, to learn to be in the moment. Just experience the moment, because you have a lot of moments that you're missing out on by getting trapped in the future of something you have no control over. So you're missing the current moments. So that's with the relationship. The other aspect of this attraction is that you are learning how to manifest. You're learning how you individually are able to manifest. There's some kind of either reconnecting to it or remembering how you do it. There's something like that with the way you manifest things that maybe you kind of got caught up in your head too much with trying to force things to work, and you forgot that, well, there's this technique that I've done or I'm aware of that works, where I don't have to put that much time, effort into it, just happens. So there is something that is clicking very soon, if it didn't yet, when it comes to you manifesting the outcome. So maybe focus on the outcome that you want. Remember what the outcome is, and don't be so consumed with the way it should go and the direction it needs to be. And you are bringing it into fruition. Now you also got the reconsider card, and this is you thinking there's only one way to this outcome. Just because right now that's all you're aware of and that's all you know does not mean that's the only way to this outcome. This is, there's many different things. I mean, infinite possibilities. You couldn't even imagine the many different ways this outcome could manifest. You just know based on what you think your resources are and your options are, and that's not even the case. There is so much going on around you that you're missing out on because you're I don't know, I just feel like the water signs are, I almost want to say you guys are like being a Taurus, because I'm a Taurus. When we become focused on something, we're stubborn, we got the blinders on. And it's interesting because of all the emotional energy that's going on right now. It's like the water signs are diving into being focused. So I don't have to feel everything that's going on. I'm just going to focus on this. And it's bringing up a lot of emotional crap, really. And the more you feel it, the more you try to escape it and distract yourself from it. And this is why you guys are caught up in your head so much. Oh, so you guys have an amazing January coming. You have empowerment, expansion, togetherness. This is, if you look at it, is that a flying chicken? I'm not really sure if that on top is a flying chicken. Maybe, I don't know what kind. It's some kind of bird. Apparently today with the animal cards, I think I see things that are not the case. But I do feel like there's something with the sunflowers for some of you, because there's sunflowers on here and it's like really standing out to me. So sunflowers may have some meaning to you, some kind of sign for you. And then I'm noticing the full moon. So by the time we get to the full moon in January, something amazing is going to shift. January 2nd is the new moon, and towards the end of the month will be the full moon. So by the end of January, something very significant is going to shift for you. And if you see, there's more butterflies on this card with the lion chasing the butterflies. So there is definitely something with the butterflies and something with the lion, which the lion I always see referring to the solar plexus. So this is your power. This is your motivation. This is your will. Something is going to shift by the full moon. Something, January might start off as a little bit of a challenge, but somewhere along the line, something you're going to do like a 180. It might start off like, but it's going to end amazing. So it's going to, you're definitely going to wind up in a completely different place come the end of January. Sovereign, ascension, transformation. So without a doubt, you guys are going through some serious transformation. Whoop. Wants to show you the card. Some serious transformation is going on. And there is a cat there, so I don't know if a black cat means anything to you. I'm trying to see what else I feel like in this card. She has keys in here too. So there is definitely some kind of opportunity, even though you have the new beginnings, there is definitely an opportunity around you. There is something with the keys, something you're not seeing right now is going to reveal itself very soon. And maybe it's just because after hearing this, you're like, you know what, I'm just going to like pay attention to the shit that's going on around me. And then bam, something is going to come to your attention. So there is, you are free in the moment of choice. So this is telling you that maybe you don't have to do anything. Maybe you just have to just be, just really just be, just chill out, observe, notice, pay attention to what's going on around you. I'm going to see now about, because I feel like I'm using the soulmate cards, because I feel like that there is something going on with relationships, and maybe someone just needs some kind of validation about something. Okay, so it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. There is like a theme here. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support of others, and calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So there is, if you're in a relationship, obviously this does not apply. There is nothing that came up in the reading based on relationship, which I think I'm going to do relationship reading separately. So if it comes in the general one, that's a different story. But this has to do with either being single. Well, obviously, if you're not in a relationship, you're single, duh. But there's someone around you. And once again, this is not for every water sign. I feel like there's more, this isn't just for one person. There's a couple of people, but it might not apply to all water signs that are single. But you would know if this resonates with you, because there is someone around you that you are attracted to, drawn to, feel very, very connected to, but you're very afraid to, what's the word? Explore this, because of, you started off with the forgiveness card. So you have some heart chakra blocks there, right? You got some heart chakra stuff going on. So there's probably a lot of past hurt, past pain. I know water signs are very emotional, and yet they may have the hardest time expressing their emotions because that is their vulnerability. So this is not any different. You're protecting yourself by not opening your heart and exploring someone that is around you, but you feel very connected to. So I feel like you're almost making up reasons why you shouldn't approach this person, or you shouldn't um, explore any of this. I feel like your biggest fear is the connection. I don't know why. Like it kind of feels like funny, because I feel like for some of you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I'm making something very real for some of you by saying what I'm saying. That's kind of why I feel like I'm smiling or laughing, because I feel like this is what you're going to connect to. That you know that there's more to this, and you know that you're afraid to explore it, because you know you're afraid that it's going to hurt. But if you think of it this way, no matter what, when it comes to love, you're going to get hurt. It could be the best relationship. You could give them whatever title you want. There will always be a separation at some point, whether they go home, they die, you break up, whatever it is, there's always going to be a separation. Love is both extremes at the same time. So to avoid that is to avoid the experiences of love altogether. And wouldn't you rather have a few moments of like true love or authentic love, or just sharing that experience, than not have it at all and always wonder what it would be like, only because it's safer and you can't get hurt? There's something that's going to shift for you, especially when it comes to relationships. Something is going to shift for the water signs in a good way. So like I said, January may start off a bit challenging, but there's massive shifts going on. And by the end of the month, you're going to be in a completely different space and a different place. Some of you may even be moving. So whatever it is, I hope you have an abundant January. I hope you join me on January 2nd if you're watching this before January 2nd for the new moon in Capricorn, and we'll be doing our 2022 vision boards. If you're watching this afterwards, then the video is already up and you can watch it. What else did I want to share with you guys? Pretty much just the circle. I hope you had a wonderful, either you will have a wonderful New Year's, or you had a wonderful New Year's. And guys, I will see you all next year. Bye. Love you.